you. Good afternoon, everyone. I want to thank you for joining us here today. We're here to discuss my Assembly Bill 2576, sponsored by the California District Attorneys Association and co-sponsored by Crime Victims United. And beside me here today is Anna Berry of Crime Victims United, Rochelle Beasley from representing the California District Attorneys Association, and Ms. Roberta Sanchez, who will be sharing her story later. I also want to give my extended gratitude to Assembly Public Safety Committee Chair Kevin McCarty and the Public Safety Committee staff, as well as my staff, for working on this, which was heard yesterday in the Public Safety Committee and received bipartisan and unanimous support. Currently, right now, under current law, someone who attempts but does not succeed in killing another person can be granted mental health diversion. Completion of the program often results in minimal supervision and expunge criminal records when they're released back into the community. Attempted murder is an intentional and malicious act to cause death. This is a serious and violent crime that poses significant risk to the public. AB 2576 adds attempted murder to the list of crimes ineligible for mental health diversion, demonstrates a commitment to supporting victims and their families by ensuring that offenders who commit such serious acts are held accountable. I'd like to now turn it to our District Attorney, Thien to say a few words about AB 2576.
Good afternoon. First of all, I'd like to extend my sincere gratitude and appreciation to Assemblymember Nguyen for authoring this particular bill. I also want to thank the chair of the Public Safety Committee in the Assembly, Kevin McCarty, for also championing it as well. Public safety is one of the core mandates of any institution of government. And when we talk about mental health and mental health diversion, I am immensely appreciative of the Assemblywoman for this piece of legislation. Mental health diversion should not be given to people who are accused of attempted murder, people who are convicted of attempted murder. The difference between attempted murder and murder is simply whether or not the victim is close to a hospital and the medical care that they are afforded. And let me give you some examples of why this particular piece of legislation is so important. We recently had somebody that was in mental health diversion, and that individual went on to kill another person, executed them with a gun close to their head. Another individual that was given mental health diversion ended up killing their own mother and dismembering them. So that's why we need this particular piece of legislation that has been championed by Assemblymember Nguyen. It is a common sense approach at public safety that addresses mental health needs of individuals, but at the same time balancing public safety. And that's what we're trying to do here today. And with that, I would like to introduce to you a survivor, Roberta Sanchez, who will tell her story. Thank you.
On December 23rd, 2013, my husband tried to kill me. He stabbed me 6 times with a butcher knife and strangled me. He described in detail how much he was enjoying watching me die. I'm standing here today speaking to you not because he changed his mind about killing me. He did his very best to follow through with his intent. One of the knife wounds severed my left radial artery. He did not stop trying to stab me. I stopped him from stabbing me by grabbing his arm and pushing him down. I know first aid, so I shoved my wrist into my body to try and slow the bleeding as much as I could. I threw myself at him and struggled to stay alive. He never stopped trying to stab me. When I managed to wrestle the knife away, he started to strangle me. He dragged me into the hallway, and I managed to grab the big mag-light flashlight in the entryway. I defended myself, striking him in the head. He lost consciousness, and I stumbled outside into the neighbor next door, who called the police. When police and paramedics arrived, I was immediately taken to UC Davis Med Center, a level 1 trauma center. It's 3 miles from my home. It's a good thing too, because I've lost about 2 liters of blood and blacked out twice on my way to the hospital. I'm alive because I fought back. I knew how to administer first aid to myself, and I was lucky that there was a flashlight in the hallway, and I was fortunate enough to live 3 miles from a level 1 trauma center. I wouldn't be alive if any one of those things wasn't true. And it makes me sad to think that someone like my husband could benefit from the current law simply because someone like me refused to give up, or they were knowledgeable or lucky, or lived in the right neighborhood. The difference between attempted murder and murder is a fine line. The offender truly intends to kill their victim. They are murderers in their minds, but thwarted by circumstance. Please recognize that AB 2576 will prioritize public safety and appropriately categorize attempted murder in terms of ineligibility for mental health diversion.
I want to thank you again for coming out, and also thank our sponsors, the California District Attorneys Association and Crime Victims United, for being with us here today and for working with us on this bill. And we're available for questions should anybody have any questions.